I think, and he's working some special effects stuff for David Copperfield. So the generations are continuing. I don't have any kids, but time goes on.
Well, we have been remiss. We didn't ask you to mention your website, or if people want to follow you on Facebook, how do they do that?
Well, Facebook is facebook.com// or whatever that is, The Real Marianne. And I think my tweet is The Real Marianne, too. JohnWells.com is my website. I'm kind of learning what to say because I don't know this very well. I'm beginning to. I answer the Facebooks myself. I go. Somebody types it with me, but I go over it. I like to hear people that I know come out of the woodwork, And the tweets. My Facebook goes to the Twitters or whatever that is. You're talking to an older generation here.
Believe me, I am well aware of that.
It's amazing. You can answer somebody immediately, and I'm getting hooked like the young kids. I wake up in the morning and check to see if I have any messages. You probably aren't old enough, but I remember when we didn't even have answering services. You'd get an answering service like a doctor, and they'd say, Miss Wells, so-and-so called today. Then you'd get a machine that would go in your house. Then pretty soon the machine you could access from afar. Now you just carry the phone with you and talk anywhere you want to.
Well, I'm not too far behind you. I'm only a couple years younger than you.
Yeah, well, see, time marches on, and it's kind of fascinating.
Yes, so I am well familiar with everything that you're talking about, believe me. One final question before we have to let you go. What do you still want to accomplish in the show business world?
Well, I want to produce. I have a documentary in the works. I have a couple of reality shows. I hate to say that word out loud because it conjures up such bad taste, but not all of them are. I like the idea. If I were starting again, well, first of all, if I were starting all over, I'd like to be Christina Amanpour. Actually, I'd like to report all over the world and have that trust that she has. But if I were in the show business side of it, nowadays, Courtney Cox came out of Friends with a ability to produce. Lisa Kudrow as well. You could have made a deal like that then. Nobody even thought of it then. We had a female director, Ida Lupino directed one of our episodes, and that was really rare that there was a female director. So I'd like to produce. I produced Movie of the Week for CBS. I had another package that they were going to do. One of my classmates was one of the first female, and is one of the first female astronauts. And we had I had a whole special that we were doing, and the Challenger exploded. CBS canceled it. But that's what I'd like. And I'd like to be on camera some. I love interview shows. I'd like to be a Larry King or a Katie Couric or something. I like talking to people. My mind is very curious. I'm interested in a lot of things that are happening, and I think at this stage of my life, maybe one or two roles that I'd really like to do. But I'd like to do that. I'd be good at that, I think.
And the new book will be out in September?
Correct.
And
that's the plan. That's what they tell me. If they drop it sooner, I'll be shocked. But that's our plan.
And I hope to have you back on after the book is out, and we can get into the book and a lot of the things we haven't gotten into today.
That'd be great. That would be fun, and it'll be a fun read. I'm having fun with it. So we could read a chapter or two together. It'll be great. We'd like that. You have a really good summer. Winter. We're at 80 degrees. I think the whole world is warm. Where are you? What town are you in?
We're in Uniontown, which is roughly 50 miles southwest of Pittsburgh. And we are pushing 19 degrees right now.
And you've had a lot of snow, too, haven't you?
Snow and cold. We were about minus 15 degrees last week. So
wow.
It has not been a warm winter.
The whole rest of the country hasn't been, and we are in such fire danger. We haven't had any rain for 2 years.
Now, you're in California, correct?
Yes, uh-huh.
Well, we hope that big blaze out by L.A. doesn't affect you.
Not yet, but it affects somebody, and that's the sad part.
Okay, before I let you go, if you'd hold on one more moment while I get into a commercial break, I want to thank you so much, Don, for taking time to talk with me. Especially, I know it's a troubling time with the loss of your very close friend, Russell Johnson, but I want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us here on Oldies Unlimited.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough, the tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. The ship's aground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle, with Gilligan, the skipper too, a millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Mary Ann, here on Gilligan.